Yo, what's good? I'm doing good. Actually, no, I'm not. You know why? It's September 1st and 2K just announced very important information that alters my perspective on which game is better. Alright, so we did get a bunch of information about next gen and how the build system is going to work. It's going to be different, it's going to be altered, but we didn't get much information about the current gen build system. This guy Cordell, he asked the question that we need answers to. He says, at Baluba, at Mike Wang, what's up with the MyPlayer builder on current gen? We still got pie charts or no? I'm expecting him to say no. With all these changes that happened with the cruise ship, the seasons, everything is going on, I'm expecting something different. But then Mike Wang replies and then he says, yes, there are pie charts in the current gen builder. Some new pies were added. A lot of people seem disappointed with the pie charts coming back to current gen. The only way that I see it as disappointing is if they bring it back how it was in current gen. In current gen, literally all you would see, there's 3 specific builds, and there was really nothing else that can dominate as much as them. It was the play shot, the green-yellow pie chart, and then we had the perimeter lockdown, which was the green and blue. You're a loser! Green and red pie chart. And finally, the pure red pie chart for a center. A center, by the way, which has a 90 speed. 90 speed center. That build right there is literally the only build you could play on as a center, and it pisses me off. Obviously there's other builds that you can make, but they weren't as good and they weren't as dominating. It's just how the game worked with all the attribute caps and how the game played out. Now if you look back at 2K20, there was a lot more builds you can make. Like for a guard, you can be like there was like a 2-way slash-in playmaker or something like that that could shoot threes, and then for a center you could play on a stretch big because the attributes allowed you to. On current gen, you couldn't really do it because you weren't fast enough. They need to adjust. If they want to bring back pie charts into 2K22, they need to adjust a lot of shit with the speed and acceleration and all of that and make it a lot more balanced. The shooting is looking good. That's why I'm making the stretch big day one, no matter what. I just hope the speed is there. The speed relative to the height. I want to be able to play on a little bit of a taller player, maybe 6'10 or 6'9, and have speed. If I can do that, then the pie charts is a good idea. That's the only way pie charts can be good, if they're adjusted correctly with the correct attributes and speed. Okay, so knowing that 2K22 is gonna have pie charts, it basically says that 2K is done making major adjustments to current gen. They're done. There's going to be pie charts for the rest of 2Ks on current gen until they stop making the game. Their main focus is now next gen. This is why I feel that next gen is going to be a better game. I know they had a pretty terrible first year on next gen, but I think they'll come correct this time. If these adjustments are how they should be and choosing our attributes however we want is going to work correctly and make builds more diverse, I feel like this game is going to be a lot better. The only problem is the consoles. I don't know if most of you watching don't have a console, but there's a lot of people that still don't, and that's why they're stuck on current gen. That's why I hope that current gen is a decent enough game to be playable so I can get on there too and just mess around, you know? Okay, now, we talked about the builder, but the build system isn't what really makes or breaks the game. It's the gameplay. It's always been the gameplay. If the gameplay is good, then nothing else matters. You could have a build system. It doesn't matter as long as the gameplay is good. Looking back at 2K16, the build system was literally the most simple thing you can make. You had outside, inside, and a balance. You had 3 choices. It was so simple. You didn't really have much diversity in those games, but you still had good gameplay. It's the most important thing in any game. Alright, so knowing that current gen do have pie charts, I feel like next gen, no matter what, is going to be a better game. As long as their system works, as long as their attribute system where you can place them wherever you want, as long as it works and it's not like last year and there's no flaws. Because if you guys remember last year on next gen 2K21, the flaw was that everyone had the same build because certain attributes didn't matter. Like if you look at interior defense on 2K21 next gen, it didn't matter. You could put it as low as you want, at the lowest possible, and save it for something else. And then even then, I saw people with stamina 25 stamina. Like certain attributes didn't matter, and it caused everyone to have the same build. Now I know for a fact that they did make changes, so that's why I'm really excited. And I'm really hoping they made it right, where you can make as diverse builds. Oh, I need those diverse builds, man. That's why I have more hope for next gen, especially since they focused more on it. Though the thing is about current gen, I'm not sure if it's gonna be bad or if it's gonna be just a little less better than next gen. I do feel like next gen is gonna be 100% better. All right, so there was a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes on both games. I'm really happy about that. it's gonna play out well. I feel like these changes are important and gonna make the game a lot better with the badges and everything. That's why I do think that both games are gonna be good, or at least playable. But in summary, next gen is gonna be a better game because they have a more creative build system with a more cared about look from 2K devs. I feel like 2K is gonna care more about next gen, except if they follow the same path as next gen 2K21, big city with a lot of lag and everything, then the game's completely cut off. I'm going back to current gen, and I really hope that it's playable even with these pie charts. At least with pie charts, we do know what we're getting. We can really estimate a lot more for current gen what we're getting than for next gen, because we don't really have that much news on the next gen build system. I just really hope that I can make a build that is not demanded by the whole community for me to make, like the blah build in 2K21, or I just want to play on the stretch big and be just effective as I can playing that position. I don't know. Both games sound really interesting. That's my opinion on it. A lot of good badges here that have potential to be game breaking, especially with Takeover. Imagine, like, we don't even really know much about Takeover yet on both games. I'm guessing on current gen it's the same though. But man, Limitless, Spot Up, Chef, these badges are gonna be OP. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Like I said, I do feel like next gen is gonna be better. We'll see though. Pie charts are coming back. 2K, do not fuck this up. Do not make the same pie charts with the same speeds and shit. We need diversity. We need adjustments. But that's it. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm also making a video on the best build that you can make on current gen or even next gen, because I know which one it is and it works every single year because I've been through it and I've made mistakes. I know the best build to make on current gen day one, so you can get the feel for the game and you can understand how the game plays out. But other than that, make sure y'all subscribe with the noties. Y'all have a good day. Let's hope for the best, y'all. I'm out. Peace.